Now, when we get down to the practices, these are kind of working with what I call turning points. There are these little moments of choice when you can choose to sort of pivot an interaction towards understanding and peace. So we all know what it's like to be in a conversation, for instance. And there's actually many choice points in any conversation, many points where you are consciously or unconsciously choosing which direction that conversation goes in, what you're holding most valuable in that conversation, because what you hold as most valuable will dictate the choices that you're making. Very often, all these choices are just unconscious. They're conditional. They're, in many ways, automatic. So part of this practice is to start to notice in any conversation that there's these moments where you can choose or pivot toward understanding and peace. And what would that mean to actually embrace a pivot in a conversation where understanding and peace was the values, let's say, that you were operating by? Because as we all know, very often the egoic mindset wants to be understood, it wants to be agreed with, and peace isn't it's always its highest value. I'm not even saying that peace needs to always be your intention behind any conversation. That's not what I'm implying. We're just experimenting here. We're just looking at noticing that in any given conversation, there are these little moments where it could go one way or the other. And if you notice when you're dialoguing with somebody, that conversations do turn. There are these constant sort of winding roads that are taking subtle and sometimes not so subtle turns of direction based on what each person is holding as meaningful and valuable to them. In other words, what's most important. So we're letting go of what may or may not be important to somebody else, and we're choosing in any conversation, what if I chose to make understanding a very high value? What if I chose peace as a very high value? And what if I pivoted in conversations, made choices regarding what I say that moved in that direction?